Hi guys, how are you all? Welcome to Soulful Knowledge. So, இன்னைக்கு topic பார்த்தீங்கன்னா I'm going to reveal the secret mind powers of narcissistic people. So, this is not like just an attractive title and all. So, really I'm going to reveal the narcissistic powers. So before getting into the topic, for people who are new to this subject and to this video, I'll just give a brief about narcissism and narcissistic personality types. So if you see narcissism and narcissistic people, they are like very powerful people. They are in almost like every sectors like business, politics, and film industry, social medias, and also they are ruling the world. So there are like different types of narcissistic personality, like malignant, covert, and communal. So these people, not only they are ruling, they are actually because of their egoistic and power driven, they're actually like tending to give most issues and problems in everyone's life and society. Everyone started to recognize these narcissistic people and their narcissistic behavior and their patterns. So many of them are really getting into the media and talking about these people. But what is happening is, so everyone are just complaining again and again. They are like dehumanizing them, and the factor is nothing is changing. So they are like the same, and no one is able to change these personality types and behaviors. So because of these, people are so powerful, so controlling in nature. So empathetic people are facing so much of issues, and nothing can be done about it. So what is happening is, slowly maybe the world is accepting them, or slowly like people mindset, people may think that this is how the world is progressing. So we can see that slowly that people are started accepting them. So that is what is actually happening. So already I have explained about the different types of narcissistic personality, like malignant, covert, and communal in my previous video. Please go and check about them so that you can have a better idea of these personalities. So I'll share the link in my description. So now you see, so everywhere the narcissism issues is going on, and if you see in the basic level, so much of problem is going on in relationship, like narcissistic abuses, so diverse separations, depressions, so traumas, which are like everyone are talking about, and everyone are like trying to help others to overcome from these narcissistic people. So I'm not going to go into these subjects now. Maybe in future, maybe I may tend to attend this. So looking in a bigger scale, already the world is facing bigger issues because of these narcissistic people and the ruling of these narcissistic people. So right now you will know that whom I'm talking about. Yes, of course, it's president of Russia and also the president of China. So because of these people and power of an individual person, because of their decision and ruling powers, like a whole world is put into a threat, and actually the whole world is expecting another war. So because of one man's egoistic decisions and powers and ruling capacity, so the whole world is suffering. And you know that the war between Russia and Ukraine is really a threat for a whole world, and so much of people is even in both sides, so much of people have lost their lives, their belongings, their places. They are like migrating from one place to another. So if you see, the war is like never ending, like it's still going on. This is happening in one side. So if you see other side, in Chinese government, how they made Sri Lanka in debts, and also Pakistan and Taiwan. So the whole world is like in dispute now. So these Chinese slow and steady move is actually putting India in danger. So you may also see that right now Chinese have taken slow steps to invade Sri Lanka. They are also brought in spy ships to Sri Lanka, which is a great threat for India, and not only India, like a whole world, it's a threat for that. Now, do you think, are we prepared to face a war? So actually we are not too far from it. It is like it is not going to stop anywhere. You can see that the power struggle is going on between the narcissistic people to control the whole world. So do you think that our world is going in a right direction? Okay guys, I'll stop with this. I'm not going to enter deeply into politics. So as I said, so what are the secret mind powers of narcissistic people? So first is for malignant. So if you see malignant narcissist, their mind power is they are great mind readers. So they exactly know what is going in other people's mind. So it is not actually like telepathy and all. It is actually a nature's gift that that presence of mind is too high. So they can read the mind like based on the expressions, body languages. They also can sense the other people's energy to a greatest extent. So their mind is very sharp. So every change in the expression of the opposite people and even a slightest change, they are able to observe it, and they are actually continuously judging people with these expressions, body languages, and these energies, and that's how they're able to come to a conclusion what other people might think. And this sense of nature is too high for them, for a malignant narcissist. So this is what the greatest power. Next you see, it's about communal narcissist. So it's again the biggest secret of their mind power is they can actually control the subconscious mind of others. It's not actually they trained for it or something. It's actually the nature's gift for them. It's how their mind works. They can easily understand others people's subconscious mind, and they can actually control them. That's why many people will actually fall for this communal narcissist, and so it will be actually very difficult for them to come out from these subconscious traps what communal narcissists do. So actually when people get trapped in communal narcissist, these subconscious mind, so they will tend to do whatever these communal narcissists are telling them, or joining their organizations, leaving their family, giving their money. So they are like too much trapped in their subconscious mind that they will completely lose their sense, and they will do whatever these communal narcissists are telling them to do. So these communal narcissists are way too dangerous than we actually think. So talking about subconscious mind, it is a completely different deep subject, and definitely in my future videos I'll talk about it. So next is covert narcissist. So if you see the power of covert narcissist, it is actually difficult to understand. So the thing is, the covert narcissist has a mind that they will exactly know how other people will react for what they have said. This reaction is based on conscious mind. So consciously they will know how people will react according to their words. So the approach of covert narcissist will completely be in an indirect way. Any straightforward people will become like a puppet for them, and they will blindly fall into their prey. So covert narcissists actually like to play with the game of trust. So the most biggest thing in the world is trust. So these people will know exactly how to use this and trap others. So the most dangerous and unacceptable thing in the world is so betraying their own friend, their own love, betraying the people who trust them the most. These are the unacceptable qualities, and these covert narcissists take trust as a weapon to break down others. So the great example of covert narcissist currently, you know, one of the biggest ruler, how he is using the weapon as trust and making people to fall for him, and again betraying them, like what is happening in Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and government of these people actually believing them and falling in their trust, and actually finally they are getting betrayed of them. So you know how these covert narcissists entering into a country to help these people, but instead of helping them and giving them hands, they are actually trapping them and putting them into debt, and once they are fallen down, they are just trying to conquer the place. So this is how a true covert narcissist will behave. So okay guys, these are the 3 narcissistic powers. So these are the mind powers of these narcissistic people. So with these mind games only, they are actually controlling the world and controlling other people. So now the another question is, when there will be end for this narcissistic people? So now you know that too much of exposure is going on to narcissistic people, so everyone are digging deep about narcissistic people. So once their true power is exposed, they are so anyone who comes to know the power of a strongest person, definitely they're going to become weak. So I think there will definitely be end for this narcissism, but the question is who will end it and when they are going to end and how these people are going to be ended. So this is the biggest question, and again definitely we cannot tell about that. It is not in our hands, only time may decide about their end. So if history repeats itself, maybe some higher powers than narcissistic people may come. So that's how the evolution is there. So next powerful people may come and end them. So maybe like immortal rulers, so these people may come and end. Again, who knows? So everything will just leave to God's hands. So we can just wait and see what is happening. Okay guys, I think you would have today's video must have been informative for you guys. So if you wanted to know more details about these narcissistic people, so these people are everywhere in relationships. So I know like many people are suffering from these narcissistic people. So please let me know, like any other things you want to know about narcissistic people, please let out your comments, and maybe in future I'll discuss more about these narcissistic people. So right now I'll finish off with this. So thank you for watching. This is Shobna. Bye from Soulful Knowledge.